Welcome everyone to The Explainer. Today we're diving straight in to completely demystify the epic and honestly pretty overwhelming finale of Chaotic Heroes. If you've been following along with the dense factional politics, those wild secret martial arts societies, and the incredibly high-stakes drama of this story, you know just how tangled this web has become. But hey, don't worry, because that's exactly what we are here to untangle today. We're going to break down this ultimate collision between the cold, calculated demands of the throne and the fiery, totally unpredictable nature of the human heart. It's a massive clash between duty and love, and by the end of our time together, the true meaning behind all this chaos is going to be crystal clear.
So the crucial point here is actually beautifully summarized by the tomb robber Wen Tao. He says, greed, hypocrisy, jealousy, and suspicion, and even betrayal are the common faults of those who seek power. Think about it. In a world where everyone is literally clawing for absolute control, Wen Tao just strips away all the glamour of the throne to reveal the ugly truth underneath. He's highlighting how the pursuit of power inevitably corrupts. This quote is really our anchor today, because every single event in this finale is a direct reaction to this exact toxic cycle. Keep that in the back of your mind as we go through this.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. Number 1, betrayals and hidden spies. 2, the fall of Zhu Wen. 3, return of Bu Liangren. 4, power versus personal freedom. And finally, number 5, Ji Ru Xue's sacrifice.
Starting us off with Section 1, Betrayals and Hidden Spies, the Web of Deceit.
The finale immediately drops us into this incredibly tense, unpredictable world where absolutely no one's allegiance is exactly what it seems. To really get the climax, we have to understand the major players. First up, we've got the primary antagonist faction, Xuan Ming Jiao. This is the dark, oppressive organization run by the usurper Emperor Zhu Wen and his hyper-ambitious son, Zhu Yugui. They're the ones currently holding Ji Ru Xue captive, but, as we're going to see, their biggest threat isn't just the people outside their walls. Their faction is completely plagued by internal power struggles and a ruthless ambition that makes them totally blind to the spies within their own ranks.
Then, in stark contrast, we have the Bu Liangren. This is a highly skilled secret network loyal to the fallen Da Tang dynasty. Now, the fascinating thing here is that they supposedly disbanded 30 years ago, but in reality, they've just been hiding in plain sight, pulling strings from the shadows this whole time. If Xuan Ming Jiao is all about brute force, the Bu Liangren represent the long, invisible game of restoration. They are the true wildcard of this entire episode. And this dynamic brilliantly illustrates the theme of our explainer. We have 3 vastly different approaches to loyalty here. You've got Wen Tao deliberately playing all sides to maintain political balance so no single tyrant gains too much power. Then you have Meng Po, who pulls a massive double-cross on Zhu Yugui because, surprise, she's actually spying for his father, Zhu Wen. They're both deeply entrenched in the political mud, but then look at Lin Xuan. She secretly trades away her martial arts. That is literally her means of survival in this dangerous world, and she gives it up just to heal Li Xing Yun. While everyone else is maneuvering for dominance, she makes this massive, permanent personal sacrifice entirely out of love. It is a stunning contrast.
Moving right along to Section 2, the fall of Zhu Wen, a bloody coup.
This is where all those simmering tensions finally boil over into a violently inevitable climax. Let's walk through the rapid-fire steps of this bloody coup. Step 1, Zhu Yugui decides he's had enough and he bursts into the royal hall to confront his father, Zhu Wen. Step 2, instead of calming things down, Zhu Wen viciously insults his son, literally calling him a freak. Step 3, that is the breaking point. Zhu Yugui, completely fueled by years of resentment, commits patricide. He murders his own dad. And finally, Step 4, without skipping a single beat, he declares himself the Da Liang Emperor. But his ultimate grab for power is instantly challenged because at that exact moment, Li Xing Yun bursts in to save Ji Ru Xue. I mean, the timing couldn't be more dramatic.
Which brings us to Section 3, Return of Bu Liangren, the Mastermind Revealed.
Now, what's really interesting about this is that just as Zhu Yugui thinks he's won the whole thing, the true puppet master steps out of the shadows and just flips the entire board upside down. The sheer scale of this deception is absolutely staggering. Look at this timeline. 30 years ago, the Bu Liangren didn't actually disband. Their leader, Yuan Tian Gang, orchestrated for them to sneak into all the major rival forces as sleeper agents. Just last night, Emperor Zhu Wen was relying on Meng Po to spy on his son, totally oblivious to her true allegiance. And today, the trap springs. Yuan Tian Gang steps forward, summons the hidden army, and reveals that Meng Po has actually been a Bu Lang Ren operative this entire time. Zhu Yugui thought he just won the Game of Thrones, but he was literally just a pawn in Yuan Tian Gang's 30-year chess game. He is completely trapped.
Let's unpack Section 4, Power versus Personal Freedom, the core conflict.
With the villains defeated, the whole second half of the finale pivots to this profound, deeply emotional philosophical debate. We've got two completely opposed viewpoints here. Yuan Tian Gang views Li Xing Yun strictly as the 25th king of Da Tong. To him, the emperor has to sacrifice all personal ties, all individual desires, and just bear the massive weight of restoring the empire. The individual simply does not matter. But then we have Li Xing Yun. He looks at the throne and sees nothing but a meaningless prison. He argues that this so-called restoration is really just another power grab built on the sorrow and suffering of everyday people. He doesn't want to be a king, he just wants a quiet life with the people he loves. It's a fundamental clash of worldviews.
Yuan Tian Gang pushes this suffocating pressure onto Li Xing Yun. He tells him, "As the son of heaven, you were doomed to bear the weight of the whole world." Notice that word he uses, doomed? Yuan Tian Gang doesn't see this as a choice at all. Because of Li Xing Yun's royal bloodline, his destiny was locked in the day he was born. To Yuan, personal connections are just childish compared to the grand survival of the dynasty.
But Li Xing Yun's response? It gives you absolute chills. He says, "In this life, the next life, in the afterlife, I only ask for Ji Ru Xue alone." Wow. He completely rejects the throne, the empire, and this grand destiny that's been forced onto his shoulders. He definitively, without a second of hesitation, chooses his heart over the empire. He's basically saying whoever wants the throne can have it, because his entire world is the woman standing right next to him.
And that leads us to Section 5, Ji Ru Xue's Sacrifice, a Tragic Price.
Tragically, defying the currents of power like that rarely comes without a heavy cost. During the ensuing chaos, just to protect Li Xing Yun from the crossfire of a political war he wants zero part of, Ji Ru Xue gives her life. And as she passes away in his arms, she leaves him with this incredibly poetic, heartbreaking final wish: "Find me on the bridge, and don't drink the bowl of forget memory soup." She's talking about the mythological bridge to the afterlife, pleading with him to remember her face so they can find each other in the next life, to finally have that peaceful existence they were completely denied in this one. It's just a devastatingly beautiful moment.
This leaves us with a haunting question, and it's one I really want to pose to you. Can Li Xing Yun ever find the peace that Ji Ru Xue died to protect? Think about it. He vehemently rejected his royal bloodline. He rejected the throne. And yet the toll of that very bloodline still caught up to him, taking away the one person he valued more than anything. It really makes you wonder if anyone can truly escape the gravitational pull of absolute power once they get caught in its orbit.
Let's move to our epilogue and see how this builds toward the future. 3 months later, life is moving on. Zifan and Lin Xuan are having these lighthearted moments, playfully chased by the Qing sisters. But don't let the humor fool you for a second. The overarching mysteries, still wide open. The true Longquan treasure remains totally unsolved. And we even get a glimpse of a brand new, hidden faction leader named Nu Di, who is patiently waiting for the ominous moment the sun and moon shine together. So yeah, one tyrant might be dead, but the board has simply been reset.
Which brings us to our final, provocative thought to chew on. Is the violent cycle for the Longquan treasure truly over? Or is a new, even darker game of power just beginning? We've seen firsthand that greed and betrayal are the common faults of those seeking power. With a throne that's still empty and ancient treasures still hidden out there, this chaos is far from finished. I highly recommend reflecting on how these characters balance their personal freedom against the crushing weight of duty as we look forward to the next chapter of this incredible lore. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and definitely keep your eyes peeled for what comes next in the shadows.